Hi everybody. Basically I've had a hi-fi upgrade again, and it's a review of the Monitor Audio Silver rx6s. So basically I've gone from Monitor Audio BX2s, the bronze series, to these rx6s, which are the silver line. They retail for around, well, usually sort of probably pick up for £800 new now, 900. But I got a cracking deal by bartering with a guy in Bennett's, actually, of all places, Bennett's. I mean, who would have thought they would sell Monitor Audio? But I think because I don't know much about sort of speakers, I don't think they quite realised what they were selling. And these were just a demo pair, but they've never actually been plugged in. And the only thing they had was a tiny little chip there, and maybe there's a couple of little knocks here and there, but very small. So really I've got a superb speaker. The only thing that I have noticed is where people have been taking the grill on and off is you can see here where it's rubbed, and that's basically just where I suppose kids have pulled it on and off. But I did make sure the drivers were okay, everything's in superb condition, and obviously the tweeter is protected, which you can always guarantee means it's going to be fine. And you can see there where it's rubbed again, but because they're real wood veneers, this is the walnut, I think I might be able to touch that up, might be able to, I don't know what I can do, but I might be able to repair those little worn away marks. So yeah, it's front ported and rear ported. Come around the back, this is the walnut finish. It's bi-wireable. I've just got the banana plugs going into my amp, running down that cable trunking, and that just sort of comes round. I've cable trucked the whole lot because it just makes things easier and neater. And then they're running into a Technics SU A900, which is probably in its day was about £400 or £500, £500. So we're talking about 15, 18 years ago, so maybe more than that. So it's probably an amp that's worth, I don't know, these days it's probably upwards of an £800–900 amp. So it's very, very good. Drives these brilliantly. So what is there to say about them? Well, basically, and by the way, I got a cracking deal on that amp as well, because I'm a bit of a barterer, and I managed to get them off my brother-in-law's boss, who's a very wealthy man, unlike me. And yeah, he was basically selling his hi-fi gear, and he's one of those people that doesn't really quite know what he's got, but in the day just bought decent stuff. So there you have it. Had a Yamaha AS500 which I bought to replace a Denon PMA 560, which was a superb amp, but unfortunately it unfortunately had its day. It was very old, it's my dad's, and it was a brilliant amp, but it's had its day, so I had to basically go for a new amp. Yamaha AS500 I thought was useless. I really didn't like it. Didn't sound good at all. So that's where I came across this. And then just a Cambridge Audio 340C. So yeah, they're very nice speakers. I mean, if anyone's looking to buy some, I would say, and you've got a decent sized living room, oh, this is all in one sort of thing, you know, I would definitely go for them, because the BX2s, the range below, were superb. They were absolutely superb, but they did lack that detail and that bass extension. The punch, the control over the bass is so much better with these silver rx6s. It's so much better. The detail and the control of that bass and the punchiness is brilliant. So they're worth a demo, because they brought out a new line now. They just call it the Silver series, the Silver 6 series rather than the rx6. So these are going to come down in price. But yeah, I would say definitely look into them if you're in the market for these. Any questions, please let me know if you want to know what they sound like. I'm not going to play them through the iPhone because you just won't have a clue what it sounds like, but if you want me to, I will. But yeah, they are 2.5 way, so that's dedicated bass, mid-range bass, and then the tweeter. I don't think they're decoupled, but either way there's no interference, no distortion. When you've got a Class A amp, there never is any distortion, is there really? But yeah, really controlled bass, really sweet treble, really crisp. It's not fatiguing at all. It's not tiring in the slightest. Real wood veneer, so the wood's lovely. This actually looks quite cherry looking, quite sort of deep red sort of colour, but actually it's walnut. It's just my lights shining on, shining on it that makes it appear slightly redder, but it is a walnut speaker. Soundstage is brilliant, absolutely brilliant soundstage. The width and the presence on live recordings in particular is brilliant. Just a great scale and dynamics, absolutely fantastic scale. Brothers in Arms Dire Straits live version from their last live tour. I've got the album, that album is superb, but the Brothers in Arms, the detail is incredible compared to when I had the BX2s. The detail is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It's just like nothing you've ever heard. It just feels like you were there, and you know there's things you hear in the track that you didn't even know were there. It's just phenomenal, and I think that's just a compliment to having, I don't know, having had Monitor Audio put the time and effort into such an accomplished speaker, really. So yeah, it's not bright at all, considering I've got wooden floors. The spikes can be removed, and it comes with like a little rubber, you can't see, but little rubber plinths on top, and you can just screw the spikes into them if you want them. They do also normally come with speaker plinths, but I haven't worried about them. So yeah, if anyone's in the market for them, based on my knowledge, I'd go for them. I looked at Dali Zenzor 5s, looked at the BX5s, Monitor Audio BX5s, the bronze, looked at rx6 stand mounts, looked at B&W Bowers & Wilkins 685s and the S2 version, but the B&W 684s were really expensive, and I just felt like having a real wood veneer, and it was such a great deal that I think it's best to go for Monitor Audios. So yeah, good presence, good everything. Hope that's helped some guys, and that's the new hi-fi setup.